What's up everyone, how's it going? So finally, after some time, I am back with, once again, another movie update concepts for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and this is episode 5, which of course is The Empire Strikes Back, the movie that most Star Wars fans would say is the best one. It's all up for the debate. I personally love it. It's definitely in my top 3. But this update contains some pretty cool stuff that I'm happy with. It contains some awesome new skins that I think a lot of players want, as well as a few new maps, and then some new weapons as well, which I'm excited to get into. So this kind of concept is basically, what if DICE came up to me and said, hey, we want you to create an update that's somewhat realistic, that is based around episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, and then I would just kind of create the concept around what things I would add from that movie into Battlefront 2. And so let's get started with some maps. So a map that was probably one of my favorites in Battlefront 2015. Both of the maps in this update actually are. But this one is going to be the Hoth from this one. I'm not sure the exact name on it. And obviously we already have Hoth in Battlefront 2, but that Hoth is a different version. And a lot of fans, including myself, prefer the one from 2015. I personally just think it was laid out a lot better. And then I just like the openness of it. It kind of reminded me of Geonosis a lot, except, you know, obviously there's snow and it's not Geonosis. So I would really love to see it be ported over for this game, and I personally think it would work perfect for Capital Supremacy, which I know a lot of you guys still love Galactic Assault. I personally prefer Capital Supremacy due to the non-linear aspect of it. But that's just me, and this is why I'm adding a lot of Capital Supremacy maps for it. They could very well add it for Galactic Assault as well, but I would also love to see this come for Heroes vs. Villains, Instant Action of course, and then a few of the other smaller modes that some people love to play. But like I said, while I do still love Battlefront 2's version of Hoth, I just think that 2015 did it a lot better and was just more like how it was in the movie itself, so I think it would be a fine addition to this game. And then next up on my update concept, this is going to be another ported map from 2015. And you probably already know what it's going to be. Yes, it is going to be Bespin Cloud City. This is definitely probably my favorite map from the game. It's either that or the Scarif. But this one, once again, is going to be made for Capital Supremacy, and I actually have a pretty good reason why. So, the Reddit user of MBFree actually made a really cool concept for Bespin and Capital Supremacy, and basically he did a big overview of the planet itself, or the map itself I should say, and basically laid out on all the command posts on where they would actually be located at, and I think it works perfect for this mode. You know, it's a pretty much big square, honestly, which is what most of the original Battlefront maps were actually made to be like, because it did work for that simple assault mode where you do have to capture command posts. So having this be for Capital Supremacy would work perfect, and once again this would be a pour over from 2015. I know it's not as easy as some people might think it would be, but from what I understand, it does still take less time than creating a new map from scratch, and there's a bunch of different reasons why. But I mean, just look at this. It looks awesome. It is laid out pretty much perfectly. You have all the command posts, and then you of course have the Rebel and Empire side. And what could be really cool is they could even include starfighters in this, so you could have the cloud vehicles, I think they're called, and then as well as probably just a TIE fighter, like a standard one, because that's something that I think has been missing out from Battlefront a lot, is the starfighter content, which I do plan to make another video on. But yeah, I just think it would be a fun map to add. Again, it is probably top 3 maps from Battlefront 2015, and they did bring back a Bespin map for like Heroes vs. Villains, Hero Showdown, and all the smaller modes, but having the actual full-size one would just be amazing to have. Alright, so next up I want to get into some skins that I think would be really cool. So the first one is going to be one that I think would be really cool, and these are both similar from the Empire and the Rebellion side. So for the Rebels, it would be their pilot outfit. And then for the Empire side, they would each get their TIE Fighter skin. So you'll kind of have this bundle of pilot skins to be chosen for whenever you are playing on the Age of Rebellion side. And then next up, I wanted to get into a few hero skins I think would be really cool. The first one is going to be Luke Skywalker, and it is of course going to be his Bespin outfit, which yes, is kind of similar to his Farm Boy, but at the same time it's a completely different outfit, and the lightsaber hilt looks a little bit different. So I think this is one that a lot of fans really requested, and would just be a nice addition. I think a 40,000 credit cost would be a nice price for this. I would be willing to pay that, because it is a really cool iconic skin. But then in the next one is one that I can't really see coming, but a modder actually made it. I think it was Nanobuds that made the mod. I'm not 100% too sure on that. I'll try and get some images up. But this is actually going to be Chewbacca with C-3PO. And of course, we do see this when he is on Bespin, and it's actually hilarious. And the fact that a modder made it is really cool, but I do think that DICE could make it as well if they decided to take the time. But what would be really cool about this is this would actually be a legendary skin because it would change up some voice lines, but rather than changing up the voice lines, it would actually add new ones. So basically, you would actually hear C-3PO talk every now and then while having this skin equipped.
I never doubted you for a second. Wonderful!
So you'd still get Chewbacca's standard voice lines, but then you'd also have these 3PO ones as well. So maybe whenever you get hit, he says something sarcastic or stupid. That just makes you laugh, and honestly, I would totally be willing to pay a bunch of credits for this. Obviously, Legendary are 80,000, and I think that is a fair price for this. And honestly, if I could have one skin in this game, it would either be a C-3PO Chewbacca skin or a Golden Saber Rey skin. But next up, I want to get into some new blasters. So this is going to be something that I have wanted for a long time, and that's actually going to be hero blasters for the infantry. So I'm calling this the kind of hero weapon edition of new blasters. Now, I have one for every single class except for the heavy because I really couldn't figure anything out. But let's jump right into it. So for the assault, I would definitely give the assault class Boba Fett's EE3. Now, obviously, all of these wouldn't be as powerful as the ones that the hero uses. They'd be a kind of dumbed down version, but it would still be that triple shot one that you see that Boba Fett uses and have that iconic sound, and I just really think it would be cool to have more hero blasters. So again, like I said, for the heavy, I have no idea. If you guys can think of any, be sure and comment it down below. But then for the officer, I would love to see Han Solo's DL-44 make an appearance. And I mean, it's probably one of the most iconic weapons besides the lightsaber in Star Wars, so who would not want to see that? And then finally, for the specialist class, I would love to see Bossk's Relby V10. Personally, I'm not a huge fan on how it works in Battlefront 2 compared to the 2015 version, but that is another subject. But I still do really love the gun and would love to see it make an appearance for the infantry classes. But that is going to do it for my Episode 5 Empire Strikes Back movie update concept. I hope you guys did enjoy. As always, be sure to let me know in the comments what you thought, what was your favorite part of it, and then what things would you add from this film to this game. Just be sure and let me know. But yeah, unfortunately, there hasn't been much news for Battlefront 2, and there's a lot of different variables why. So making these movie update concepts is still a lot of fun, and I know I'm only uploading like once or twice a week, and that's really why. I have some other projects currently in the works, and some being video projects, and then some being mod projects. So I am just kind of busy doing other things as well. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure and leave a like on the video, as it really helps out the channel a lot. We are close to hitting 20,000 subs. So if you guys are new, subscribe for more Star Wars news, gameplay, and more. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one.